Welcome back to The Explainer. So glad you're here. We're diving straight into something massive today, a literal superpower you already possess. Imagine you're playing your absolute favorite video game, right? You've been grinding for months to collect the rarest, most valuable in-game currency. Now imagine a group of hackers secretly wrote a code to slowly drain that currency straight out of your inventory while you sleep. No way, right? You'd be furious. Well, guess what? That exact heist is happening to you in real life, right now, every single day. So let me hit you with a mystery question. What is the single most valuable thing you own right now? Go ahead, really think about it for a second. Is it your smartphone? A gaming console? Maybe the cash you saved up from your birthday? Nope, actually scratch that. It's not something you can hold in your pockets or keep in a piggy bank. It's actually something you give away completely for free, hundreds of times a day without even realizing it. A lot of people think money is the ultimate prize. But here's the thing, money can be earned back. Governments literally just print more of it whenever they want. But your attention, based on our sources, attention is the ultimate currency of the universe. It's your life force. Think about it. Wherever you point your focus, that thing grows. It creates your actual reality. It is your actual superpower. You know what's really wild? Just look at the language we use every single day, without even thinking about it. We literally say, pay attention. We ask, can I borrow you for a second? Or lend me your ears? We use words associated with banking and money. That just proves attention acts exactly like a currency. So here's the absolutely crucial takeaway. Every single time you focus on a problem or something that makes you upset, you are literally funding it. You're paying for it to grow with your focus. All right, moving straight into section 1, the great attention hijack. So if attention is this incredibly valuable, who's stealing it? Well, it's not some guy in a ski mask. Content has officially overtaken physical land as the most valuable asset on Earth. That means your focus, your eyes, your conscious awareness is the most fought-over prize in a massive, invisible corporate war. Billion-dollar tech corporations have literally engineered their apps, notifications, and those endless infinite scrolls to drain this exact currency from us. But here is the craziest part of all this. How do they steal it so easily? Is it because they have super advanced, unbeatable AI? Well, partly yeah, but it's actually because of this shocking number, 96%. The source material highlights that 96 to 98% of our attention is already running on complete autopilot. We aren't actively choosing where our focus goes most of the time. Algorithms behind your favorite social media feeds can hack us so easily because they don't even have to break the door down. They just casually walk through a door we left wide open. To put this into perspective, the creator of our source material shared a pretty eye-opening story about a friend of his. He asked his friend, how many hours a day is your attention actually yours by choice? The friend really thought about it and realized maybe 1 hour, just one single hour of deliberate focus. The other 23 hours, they were entirely split between scrolling on tech platforms and getting stuck in old mental autopilot loops, like worrying about school or playing the exact same doubts on repeat in his head. Let's look at the K-drama attention test to see how this plays out in real life. The creator of our source material was just trying to watch a fun, romantic Korean drama with friends. It's supposed to be super entertaining, right? But during a simple 44-minute episode, everyone pulled their phones out at least 4 times. When they tried to just sit and focus, their minds drifted in exactly 45 seconds. Why? Because our attention spans have been completely worn down by 10,000 swipes on our screens. We've essentially trained our brains to demand a new distraction every few seconds. Which leads us nicely to section 2, your brain is a forest. So why exactly does our brain do this when we try to focus on something hard, like studying or reading? Well, think of your brain as a giant forest, and your attention, it's like a bright, glowing ball of light in that forest. When you drop a ball, where does it go? It rolls right down the easiest, most worn-down path. The cleared path is scrolling on your phone, spacing out, or worrying. You've walked it 10,000 times, so your ball of light just zooms down it automatically. Now, the overgrown path is doing your homework, focusing on your goals, or learning a new skill. It's covered in weeds and branches. It's really hard to walk down. That's exactly why falling into old, distracting habits feels so automatic. Your brain is just taking the path of least resistance. But here's the cool part, you absolutely can clear that overgrown path. And there's actual hardcore science backing this up. In quantum mechanics, there is a principle called the observer effect. Scientists discovered that simply observing a tiny subatomic particle closely literally changes how it acts. Let that sink in. When you force your ball of light down that overgrown path, like intensely focusing on your homework, you are literally giving it the physical energy to grow and change your reality. You are clearing the path just by looking at it. Now for the action phase. Section 3, catch and redirect. I'm going to give you the ultimate power-up tool to reclaim your hijacked attention in real time. But first, you have to know what a hijack actually feels like. The source calls this the midday drop. You know the feeling. It's when your chest gets a little tight. You feel like you're way behind on your homework, or you get this low-level panic about something someone might have said about you. When this happens, it feels like a totally legitimate, urgent problem. It tricks you and it traps you in this massive spiral of worry for hours. The exact second you feel that drop, you need to use this ultimate interrupt question. Ask yourself, is a version of me who already has what I want focused on this right now? Seriously, think about it. If you want to be an amazing student, a star athlete, or just a really great friend, is that future, awesome version of you sitting around panicking about this tiny drama? No way. They are focused on building cool things. Okay, let's actually walk through the steps to use this power-up. Let's do this together, right now. Step 1, notice the drop in your energy. Step 2, ask that redirect question we just talked about. Now, step 3, I want you to sit up straight and take a deep Tai Chi breath with me. Ready? Inhale deeply and let it all out. Just like a martial arts master, you use that breath to break the spell of the algorithm. And then, step 4, you consciously choose the new path. You go right back to your goal. Now, here is a really fun pro tip from our source. The creator admitted that sometimes, to break a really stubborn mental loop and raise his energy before getting to work, he literally watches weird, fake Chinese kung fu videos on YouTube. You know the ones, right? Where the guy pretends to blast people across the room with invisible energy. He watches them just to crack a smile and break his brain out of a bad mood. The point is, whatever silly thing makes you smile and resets your brain, just do it. All right, you've got the power up. Time for the final boss battle. Section 4, the 72-hour reset plan. This is a simple 3-day mission to unplug from all the noise, hack the system back, and start clearing those new positive paths in your brain. Here are your rules. First, no checking stats. That means absolutely no checking how many likes or views you got to see if you are popular or quote-unquote worthy. Second, no fighting in comment sections. It is a total trap designed to steal your energy. And third, no reading negative doom and gloom news. For 72 hours, do not let an external screen or an algorithm give you permission to feel good about who you are. You decide that. The daily timeline is actually surprisingly easy. Minute 0, you wake up. But before you even think about touching your phone, decide who you are going to be today. Minute 30, spend the first half hour of your day reading, writing, or just going for a walk to build that new path. Listen, by owning just the first 30 minutes of the morning, you'll lock down the vault and stop the attention heist for the rest of the day. It's a real game changer. And anytime later, make sure you have one real face-to-face conversation with someone who pulls your frequency up and makes you feel great. And that brings us to the absolute core lesson of this entire explainer. Reality stops happening to you and starts responding to you. When you drop all that internal noise, stop letting apps steal your focus, and actually take control of your attention, your inner voice comes back. You realize that you aren't just some NPC, a non-playable character in a video game being controlled by an algorithm. You become the main character holding the controller. So I want to leave you with one final, very important question. Where is your ball of light going to go the exact second this explainer ends? Are you going to let it roll down that cleared, automatic path of endless swiping? Or are you going to use your new catch and redirect superpower to forge an awesome, overgrown path of your own? The choice is entirely yours. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer today, and I'll catch you next time.